This is a quick demo on using SharePoint Framework to host Fluid Framework components, which are document fragments or document components inside of the SharePoint Online. And this is one of the demos which we did in the SharePoint Conference 2019 in Las Vegas. So this one, you can see actually two different browser windows in this screen. And in Las Vegas, we are using two different identities, but it doesn't really matter. You can actually understand what I'm doing here. When we are editing something, you can actually see near real-time editing between the windows and between the sessions and between the identities. So basically, Fluid Framework is really around the fact that we can expose set of fragments of the documents, for example, in SharePoint Framework or in Microsoft Teams, and that fragment is automatically connected to the original source. And that means that I can actually see any edits what is being done on the other side immediately when the edit is being committed. Now that in this time I'm actually using a table, so that's why you don't actually see me writing in real time, but it's actually basically possible to see the writing coming up real time on the window as well. What's really cool about this upcoming capabilities also is that all of these rows and cells and everything else are independent cells. So I can actually operate this with this component, and I can sort and I can adjust and I can modify this based on whatever settings in here, but the connectivity to the original source still remains. So it's able to actually detect what is the identity of the original field, and you can actually see the edits getting reflected on different levels. So if I now go to this number 10, you can see that it's a number 10 in there, or if I go to this 78 on right side, you can see that it's a 78 on the left side, which is the lower level column, because we're sorting based on that column section. Now, if I actually adjust this to be sorted again on the same level as in the right side, we can actually see that the fields are on the right order, and we're able to see the live edits in both sides in the areas as well. So basically, fragments of the documents being able to, which are dynamically connected to the original source, and getting all of the edits and modifications are getting dynamically and immediately, almost in real time, reflected on the other side of the world potentially, or wherever the fragment is being presented. Is it at SharePoint Online, or is it at Microsoft Teams, like presented in the Microsoft build a few weeks back? It doesn't really matter. It gives the dynamic connectivity to the original data, and the connectivity remains regardless where the component has been placed. But that's a quick demo around the Fluid and SharePoint Framework working together as a preview capability. Obviously, this is not yet coming out. The Fluid was announced in build 2 weeks back, so it's going to take some time to actually get it in preview. But SharePoint Framework is 100% ready to be used as the hosting mechanism for these functionalities as well. Thank you for watching, and hopefully that's interesting for you as well. Really cool stuff. Thank you.